You know, I always like to have a musical in my top 5, a song and dance film, and this year it's The Raid. It's a martial arts movie. It's a musical with punches.
In the book, Kung Fu, Cinema of Vengeance, by Ferna Glazner, states that grace is the key element to martial arts, and I feel there is no film that sums this up like Gareth Evans' The Raid 2. Yes, there are other films that may have more graceful action scenes, but what helps The Raid 2 stand out is its grace in the martial arts, even in the most chaotic scenes. But what exactly helps this film achieve this control over the chaos? The actors and the martial artists have been featured in several other films since, but none have truly had the effect that The Raid 2 has shown. I feel this is because of 3 elements combined in this film: Iko Uwais, Gareth Evans, and Matt Flannery, the choreographer, the director, and the cinematographer. When asked why he chose Silat over other forms of martial arts, Gareth Evans stated that it's the most cinematic form of martial arts. It's adaptable to any setting, and both Gareth and Iko Uwais understand that completely. Iko was able to work with professional Silat masters and actors who would be trained up to 6 months in advance. This amount of time and training allowed the actors to develop trust between each other. This trust would even go to as far as certain attacks actually being inflicted to give the scene its natural look. During this training, crew members would show up with digital cameras to show the actors how the fight is supposed to look. With the shot in mind first, Iko and his fellow actors are able to both show off the art form while giving it the cinematic edge needed. This is a clip from Gangs of London, Gareth Evans and Matt Flannery's show on AMC. It is a crazy scene with everything happening, but yet you are still thrilled by the action. While the choreography is different, the scene is still exciting. This is because of the Peckinpah philosophy that is being used by Gareth, and that is to sit back and allow the action to happen. Whereas other action scenes have relied on special effects and quick edits, both Matt and Gareth prefer to do mostly one takes, with very little edits. The edits that are there are often used to show off a hit that would be hard for the audience to see, or to highlight the function of a weapon in the fight, like this sequence in the previous clip. It is with this philosophy that even the most fast-paced and chaotic scenes are still understandable to the viewer. Listen to Gareth talk about how they filmed this one sequence in The Raid 2's famous car chase.
So we had one DOP on the back of on a camera car, and we have the other car, and then we try to get the same speed, so he pushes the camera in through the window. Then we call action, they start fighting, throw the guy out, he pulls the camera out, pulls away, that car drives off. Next car comes along. Next car is driven by an actor as well. He drives along, has to match us speed as he comes in, and then he pushes the camera through that door. And then we have a DOP sat there in the other car waiting for the camera to come through. He comes in, grabs it, takes over, a little bit of drama, and then out through the back window. And then on the other side of the car, we had a little flatbed platform. So we have a third guy then waiting on the outside, lying there, so that when the camera guy brings the camera out through the second window, he's there to support, to push up.
When it comes to the martial arts itself, this is where the trust comes back to play. In scenes like the prison riot, the cinematography focuses on the actors' skills and places their trust in them to get the scene filmed. As the camera just sits back and watches the fight, the audience is given a clearer view of how all the attacks happen. In this sequence particularly, we are shown how these two collide to get the storytelling across. While interviewing Gareth Evans, Mark Kermode stated that The Raid was similar to that of a classical musical. This is a statement that Gareth himself even agreed with. The elements of a classic musical can be shared with that of the films like The Raid 2. Both intense choreography and observant camera work are the fundamentals to what can make a great martial arts film and musical. With these two, you can take even the most packed scenes and find control in the chaos.